everyone, welcome to another episode. We are on our way to Capri. We're on the ferry right now and just getting ready to go from Naples to the island of Capri. I hope you all are ready. It's going to be great. I will see you on the island. July 14th, 2017. I got an incredibly early start to my day since I wanted to see as much of the island of Capri as possible. With the help of some of my American friends from the hostel, I managed to make it to the port in Naples at around 7:45 in the morning. Way too early for me. But the ferry, which was about 13 euros for a one-way, was a good way to relax before the day that lay ahead. And before I knew it, we were coming up to Capri. The sight was incredible. Surrounded by boats, the colorful buildings painted the background of a picture-perfect island. This was the stuff you could only imagine. Yay, so we made it. We are out of the ferry and we are at Capri. I mean, it's just so gorgeous. There's so many like colorful buildings here. The little town is so quaint. I am really looking forward to just getting on that boat right now. Yeah, we pre-booked a boat ride, and it's gonna take us around the island, and hopefully we'll visit the Blue Grotto. It should make for some really awesome video. So yeah, I'll catch up with you then. There were a ton of different options for a boat tour around Capri, so I pre-booked mine online a couple of days ahead. My goal was to see the epic Blue Grotto, but as I boarded onto the boat to see the rest of the island, things took a slightly different turn, and suddenly my camera just stopped working. So my camera stopped working right when the boat cruise started. I wasn't able to get any footage on that. I was kind of freaking out, but then I had to just like wait to get back out and get some Wi-Fi to figure out that it was the Chinese batteries that sometimes don't help it to turn on. So I just switched to my regular Canon battery, so that was good. But the Blue Grotto was closed anyway, and that's the only reason that I went to begin with on the boat cruise, because that was a big thing. So I didn't get any footage of that. But now we're gonna go to Anacapri. We're gonna take a bus, and then I think we're gonna do the lift and see some of those sites. But the show would go on. Even though I had spent more time than I wanted trying to figure out my camera battery situation, I still had enough time to make the most of my day trip in Capri. So with my bus tickets in hand, 4 euros round trip in case you're wondering, I took in the beach setting which was all around me while waiting for the bus to arrive and take me to Anacapri. The bus typically comes every 30 minutes and during high peak season tends to be way overcrowded. So make sure you have enough time to wait around because you might not be able to get into the first one. There's also the option to go on foot, but I highly recommend that if you're short on time that you opt for the bus. Once you make it into the bus though, be prepared to stand with the crowd and be rewarded with some of the most amazing scenery. The ride is pretty short, and in about 20 minutes, I was at Anacapri. There weren't as many people up here, which meant I had enough time to look around for a little bit, so I explored some of the little boutiques and restaurants in the main square. And then, I saw what I had been secretly dreading this whole entire time: the chairlift. Okay, great, so we made it to Anacapri. We're here. And now we're gonna go do the chairlift to Monte Solaro. That should take us straight up, and it is a killer view from what I've read. I am a little scared of heights, but you only live once, so I'm gonna go for it. I slowly stepped into what I thought would be my premature death. As I saw people violently being plopped onto the chairlifts, I couldn't help but be scared. But in the end, I managed to get on and even enjoyed some of the sights while going up. To be perfectly honest, it was quite relaxing. Okay, this thing's starting to get shaky. It's a little scary, but we're almost at the top. Look. Yay, I made it.
Once there, I knew it had been totally worth it, as I saw some of the most breathtaking views of this little island and its natural habitat. I was completely in awe of Mother Nature and everything that surrounded me. It was beautiful.
Okay, so the views here are incredible. Really, probably some of the best views that I've seen since I've been in Italy, and I've seen a lot of them. So if you have the time, definitely come up here to Monte Solaro. The chairlift is not a big deal. If you want to hike back down, you can. It's about 45 minutes, they told me, but we're just going to take the chairlift because I'm on a time schedule now and it's time to go. Holy crap, getting on is always the scariest part. But the view's pretty nice.
I was on a time crunch and would somehow have to be at the airport in Rome by 8 o'clock that night, which is why I was leaving earlier than I wanted. This time, the ride was a little less scary as I was more preoccupied with my lack of time. That is, until it came time to get off.
The guy just left as I was exiting. I can't believe that. I could have probably died. That's okay. Now it's time to take the bus back down, and I hope we can catch a ferry back to Naples.
The town was a bit livelier this time around as I anxiously waited for the bus. The line was even longer than the last time, and it seemed like I had just hit rush hour. It still proved to be worth it, as there was no denying the natural beauty of this island. And just when everything was looking up...
Okay, so I took the wrong bus. Now we have to hustle and walk 20 minutes to get to the main port.
This wasn't part of the plan, but it was easily my favorite part. There's a route designed for pedestrians to walk back to the main port of Capri. It seemed like I wasn't the only tourist trying to make it back on time, as I saw more than a couple of people rushing through. It was filled with perfect little houses and pathways leading you through the natural beauty of the island. I couldn't help but stop every now and then to admire the beautiful nature that grew along these little houses. It was like a secret garden, the tropical version. Once back, the center seemed to be congested with people getting ready for dinner or leaving to go back to Naples. Hopefully, I'd make it back on time.
Really, Capri was awesome. I wish I had had more time because I would have done the Via San Michele. That's like this museum, and you can see really beautiful panoramic views. I also wanted to see the Blue Grotto, so it was kind of unfortunate that it was closed today. So I have a feeling that I might be back. But I guess it's time for me to go. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, do so already. You can do that below or after the video by clicking on the icon. And then, yeah, I'll see you guys in my next adventure.
Like my videos? Subscribe for more.